Whoa, you made it. Okay, you're here. Let's do this. But really quickly, I have to go work out. So give me 1 sec, all right? Dude, I just took my pre-workout. Dude, do you even know what that means? Dude, let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's max out. Okay, so I just got done working out. The pre-workout definitely wore off. Hey friends, so you might be wondering, what exactly is a BTS or behind the scenes episode? Probably one of the #1 questions I get on Instagram is, how did you make this photo? That's cool. So I want to be able to use this YouTube channel to explain that question. I can't necessarily comment back that answer on Instagram, so I think this will be a great way for you guys to see my creative thought process towards one photo idea. If I can show you like what camera settings I used, how I edited the photo, the props I used, the time of day I'm shooting, all that kind of stuff, I'm hoping it can inspire you to be more creative and come up with your own awesome ideas as well. Whoa. Also, I'll probably do maybe more random vlogs on this channel, like if I go on a cool trip or something. I might even do like Q&A stuff with Allie. You guys can see like my puppies.
Look at that tail! Such a happy tail!
So I do have a photo idea in mind. How about I tell you what that's all about? So I went grocery shopping yesterday, and I go to Fry's, and it's like the super Fry's, so they have a ton of cool stuff there. They have like clothes in a dressing room and stuff. Whoa. And I came across this here, a stained glass light bulb. And I thought that might be cool to put in a photo. So I picked it up, it was like $5. That's cool. I haven't even opened it yet. I will open it in a little bit and try it out. But let me tell you exactly what I'm thinking for this photo idea and also what I actually am gonna use and need. I was thinking it would be cool if Allie was holding the light bulb. Obviously it would be lit up. Whoa. Outside, it would be like dusk time. So in order to make like something like this really stand out when the light bulb is turned on, it needs to be dark enough, because if it's too bright outside, you're not gonna get the luminance of a light bulb. Whoa. So, but it would be cool to have this in like an outdoor setting where you wouldn't necessarily expect a stained glass light bulb. So how can I add to that? I was thinking, well, what if she was using the light bulb to like maybe read a book or something? That's cool. And then with that nice dusky glow, I think we could have a little magic on our hands. So that's my simple like thought towards it. I'm hoping it's a good idea. Let me show you exactly what I'm gonna need to make this shot happen. Really quick though, I do still need to open the light bulb and try it out. Let's open up the light bulb. That's pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like when I light it up. Check that out. The colors are they're pretty rad. Whoa. So ultimately at this point, we know this all works. It's gonna be a matter of getting out to the location and then shooting it and seeing what happens. Let's get out and shoot this, yeah? So we just got here to the location. It is 6:50. So sunset's not for another 30 minutes. Should we get set up, babe, or what?
I think we should.
Okay, that was pretty quick. We got everything set up. So yeah, this is the location. It's still really bright out. Huh, babe?
A little bit.
It's like, yeah, it's super bright out. But so we still have about like, it's probably like 15 or 20 minutes until sunset. And then it's gonna have to be, it'll probably be a few more minutes after that until we can really get the shots I want for this.
20 minutes?
20 minutes? 20 minutes?
Yeah, sorry babe. Okay, so we are waiting for the sun to go down. Babe, what should we do? Well, I don't know. I like oven baked pizzas. All right, look, really quick, we're gonna I'm gonna show you this really awesome time lapse of the sunset. Okay,
Oh, cool.
and then we're gonna get some shots. All right, so just check this out really quick. Okay, so we have this set up here. I'm having Allie hold the book with one hand, holding the light. I really like to put the focus on like hands. I'm currently shooting, let's see here. Actually, I don't know what I'm shooting at yet. So I'm gonna be shooting this at shutter speed 160, aperture 1.4, because I really want a shallow depth of field. My ISO is all the way down to 100. Thanks to this 35-1.4 lens, I can do that. That's cool.
And then also my white balance is at 5500K, so it gives it a little bit more warmth. And I'm just gonna shoot for a little bit. And if you can take a look here, the sunset went down there, which is really nice. But I'm gonna shoot this way because I want a little bit more of like a even glow. But I might take advantage of that. So we might do both. But I'm shooting that way. Okay, we just finally finished. That's it, we're done. So now it's time to get home, edit it. I took some
pizza.
Yeah, we're having pizza for dinner.
I like oven baked pizzas.
Oh, that sounds so good. So we're gonna head home, but in the meantime, check out this little cinematic clip of our photo shoot. Okay, you ready? Babe, let's count down. 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Okay guys, it's a brand new day. Last night's shoot was pretty fun. I was thinking about editing when I got home, but it was just a little bit late. So let's go ahead and get editing right now. Okay friends, so I just imported all the photos onto my computer right now. What I'm gonna do is go through all of them, wean it down to a couple, get one that I like, and edit it to pretty much 100%. In the meantime, you guys are gonna see a time lapse of me doing that from start to finish, and then once I'm done, I'll walk you through that final photo and I'll explain how I got the results that I got with it. So check this out really quick. Okay guys, so I just got done editing the photos in Lightroom. I did wean it down to these 3. So here's number 1, here's photo number 2, and here's photo number 3. So I think I definitely like the first photo the best. I just like the composition of it. It's really easy to tell like what's happening in the photo. If you first take a look at the photo, you can easily understand like, okay, she's reading a book with a light bulb. So wow. So I really like photo number 1. I think that's probably gonna be the photo that I post. So let me just quick explain to you how I got to that final edit on photo number 1. What I'm gonna first do is go through all of the photos from the previous import, and every time I like a photo, I'm just gonna hit B, and it's gonna add it to the quick collection. On this first photo, the first thing I did is take this image and crop it as a 4:5 vertically, because I'm already thinking, how is this gonna look on Instagram? I do actually have some of the VSCO presets. Occasionally I will put one of these presets as a starting point on the image. For this, I used one out of the VSCO Film 6 Push and Pull, but that was just the basic starting point. So I didn't do a whole lot here with the exposure or contrast. The white balance, I brought it over on the more bluish side a little bit. I think I originally shot this at like 5500, so I brought it back a little bit. With the highlights, I dropped them a little bit, so I took the brighter part of the image, just made that part a little bit darker. The shadows, I brought up a tiny bit. The vibrance here, I'm adding already so much color into the photo that I actually brought this back. And how I added that color was with this gradient masks here and with this mask brush. So that's the gradient mask. You can select that, and if you look here, like I made the sky a little bit darker here. So what's nice about the gradient mask is that you can add it here and then make adjustments to only just a specific area of the photo. Also, same kind of idea with this brush mask. I've added quite a few here, some to make the colors in the foreground pop out more, that kind of thing. Next we have Hue, Saturation, and Luminance. I've made my yellow's a little bit more orange, my blue's a little bit more aqua. With the saturation, I've taken some of the orange, some of the red, brought it down a bit. The luminance, you can make a color like either brighter or softer. Split toning is a huge thing that I use. You can add color to the highlights and add color to the shadows. I've added a little bit of that yellow-orange in the highlights area, and I've added a little bit of that red-orange to the shadows to give it more of that warm glow. The tone curve is awesome because I use it mostly to, if you want a specific part of the image to pop out, you can select this, especially if this is on RGB mode here. If you want that matte finish, you can bring up some of those shadows. This is the darker part of the image, the lighter part of the image, all in one linear like graph. So you can bring up the shadows here, which I've done to give it that more faded look. I've sharpened the image a little bit. I've also added a little bit of grain here to give it some texture. It just gives it more of that vintage look. At this point, I'm just going to clean the image up a little bit in Photoshop. You can see some of these twinkly lights here. I'm going to add more of those lights in Photoshop, and I might even get this cord out of the image to make it look like you really don't even know how the light's on. I might clean up the foreground a little bit, some of these fraily things here. And then we'll have our final image and it'll be done. Okay guys, so the photo is now in Photoshop. You can see I've added a few more lights here. I have actually removed the cord that was right here to the light bulb. I cleaned up this area here. I actually added a little bit, there was some glittery kind of reflective stuff going on here, so I just enhanced that a little bit there in the glasses. And I did all of that with clone stamp, so it's going to be the little tool that looks like a stamp if you have Photoshop. And so I would definitely recommend messing around with that. That will help a ton. Also, I did add a few different layers here. I messed with the hues and saturation a little bit. I put a photo filter on it, which gave it a little bit more coolness to the overall photo. And then I actually took the brightness and just dropped it down a little bit. Just get the overall image a little bit darker. So that's pretty much all I did here in Photoshop. Pretty quick. Maybe took me about 15 minutes or so. Okay friends, so there you have it. The final photo. Check it out right here. I'm pretty happy with it. At this point, I've already posted it to Instagram, so if you haven't already seen it on Instagram, which you should have, because if you're here, I would have told you to be here because of the Instagram post. So look, I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Comment. I would love for you guys to comment. Tell me something you would like to see me do in the future, as far as the behind the scenes episodes. If there's a photo you've already seen me do, I can definitely remake it and vlog and do a BTS episode based on that photo, so you guys can say, oh, okay, that's how he did it, that's what he used, just like I did for this photo. Again, make sure you subscribe, screenshot that you subscribed, send me the DM, I'm gonna send you a link and you'll get 4 presets of mine that work with Lightroom, some phone backgrounds, a tip sheet. So I appreciate you guys so much, I really do. Thank you again for all your support on Instagram. There's so much more to come, so definitely stay tuned, all right? Peace!
at this amazing specimen. That is absolutely amazing. Look at the mouth on that.
Hey friends. Hey friends. Is it really hay, friends? Is that horse really eating hay, friends?
But first, let's take a selfie, okay? You there? Oh, look at us. Yep. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We look great.
It's another beautiful day here in sunny southern Arizona. We are going to do a lot of interesting and befundling things. So I'd like you to stay tuned for a lot more of the vlogging, the video logging. So thank you for tuning in. Alright, we'll talk to you later, guys.
Allie's at work. She should be home like any minute now. And I kind of want to show you guys how much the dogs freak out when she gets here, because they love Allie. They love me, but they also love Allie.
No, guilty.
Okay guys, I'm gonna show you something really crazy here. This is the sitcom watching mountain lion, and the interesting thing about this creature is that he likes to watch TV while he's also hunting his prey. Whoa. That's cool.